Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we are going to take a look at the new cryptocurrency that launched today, Worldcoin. And this is probably one of the most important videos that I have made on the channel. So if you don't watch anything else on Crypto Warehouse, please make sure that you watch to the end of this. There are some very damning connections between Worldcoin, Sam Altman, the founder, and the World Economic Forum. And I want to go through this in as non-conspiratorial way as possible, just to give you the facts in the hope that you will also see it in the same way that I see it. Before I begin, can I please ask you to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse, help us grow the channel and make more videos like this. Now, according to the website worldcoin.org, which is the website of Worldcoin, it consists of a privacy-preserving digital identity, a World ID, and where laws allow, a digital currency, a WLD. And we hope, where the rules are less clear, such as in the US, steps will be taken so more people can benefit from both. To begin with Worldcoin, you download the app, and then the fun begins. You need to visit an orb, a biometric verification device, and you will receive a World ID. This lets you prove you are a real and unique person online while remaining completely private. As the global distribution of orbs is ramping up, you can find the closest one and book time to be verified with World app at worldcoin.org. The one thing this doesn't mention is the orb will scan your retina. It will scan your eye and make a digital ID based on your eyeball. The two founders listed at the bottom of this article are Alex Blania and Sam Altman. Sam Altman is the co-founder of Looped and is the current CEO of OpenAI. I'm not going to go through all of Sam Altman's career and life on Wikipedia. I will leave a link in the description below for you to go and have a look. Now, once you have the app, you've been biometrically scanned, your eyeball has been scanned, and you have your 25 Worldcoin tokens, what can you actually do with them? Well, there are three potential applications according to their white paper. The first is finance, to allow you to own and transfer digital money. They are not talking about cryptocurrency, however, they are talking about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Secondly, your identity. They see a future where Twitter will use your World ID to verify that you are a human being and not a bot. And the third usage they see is the intersection of the above two. That's to do with coupons, loyalty schemes, and anything else that you would have shared your data with in the past. You would now do this through World ID. Now, all of this coupled together creates what's called proof of personhood.
I don't understand this.
The concept is very simple. Rather than having to complete several forms in several different organizations, whether it be the government, the hospital, you do this using your World ID. So it creates a single point for you to store your identity, which can then be used by multiple agencies. In a nutshell then, Worldcoin wants to scan who you are, create a digital version of who you are, and then allow you to use that throughout the digital ecosystem as well as traditional ecosystems that use proof of ID. Moving on to tokenomics. We can see here that the launch date is today, the 24th of July. As at the time of recording, the coin has been live now for about 4 or 5 hours. I'm going to go through the price action in a minute, but let's take a look at how the coin is being distributed. There will be an initial supply of 10 billion Worldcoins. This indicates that they will be able to increase this over time. Inflation will be capped at 1.5% per year, and at launch there will only be a maximum circulating supply of 143 million. If we go over here, we can see that the current amount circulating is 104 million WLD tokens. As always, let's now take a look at DEXT and CoinMarketCap to see what's happening with the coin, and then also look at where you can buy the coin. As to be expected from a project that's had $250 million injected into it, it has a DEXT score of 99 out of 99. This means it passes all of the checks that are done by DEXT, whether that be honeypots, inflation, taxation, all checked. The project is sound. As you can see here, the total supply is 10 billion. The 27.8 billion total market cap is based on the total number of WLD tokens, which is 10 billion. Please bear in mind there are only 104 million in circulation at the moment. Moving on to CoinMarketCap, we'll see the price is $2.75. It did reach $3.30 during our live stream today and has retraced to $2.75. It's way too early to give any kind of price prediction for this coin. It's been live for 5 hours. There really isn't an awful lot we can do right now. What was surprising, however, this morning was the number of notifications I received from people inquiring whether they should buy WLD or not, because it was going to be listed on Binance and KuCoin, two of the major exchanges and the ones with the most liquidity and volume in the market. There are several other exchanges you can buy this coin on: Bybit, Gate.io, OKX, Huobi, BitGet, Mexi, the list goes on. The socials of Worldcoin, very decent, 132,000 followers. Not that that's really relevant, as these are what I would consider to be a more corporate type of coin. The types of coins we usually look at on this channel are smaller projects, maybe market caps of 100 million or less. This is more of a kind of UNICEF type project, so it has to have a fairly formal approach in how it communicates on Twitter. One interesting fact from their Twitter account is they have released the figures. There are 1,500 of these orbs floating around the world, taking pictures of people's retinas. Now you know what Worldcoin is. We've looked at the tokenomics, the people behind Worldcoin. We've looked at CoinMarketCap. We've looked at DEXT. We've treated this like a traditional project that I would normally cover on Crypto Warehouse. However, this is where things take a turn.
Took a turn for the worse.
Now, before I begin, and before anybody screams conspiracy theorist at me, let me explain and let me give you the information that I have. Sam Altman has connections to the World Economic Forum. As we've discussed on this channel several times, they are an unelected body of individuals that mingle with billionaires and political leaders from around the world, including Canada, New Zealand, France, United Kingdom, and America. In a recent interview, Alex Blania, Worldcoin, who started this with Sam Altman, stated, "It started with a discussion that universal basic income will eventually be something that is very important to the world. Coincidentally, the WEF thinks that universal basic income would solve inequality problems around the world." We have Sam Altman and his connections to the WEF. We have his business partner talking about conversations that have been had with the WEF. They are sending these orbs around the world to scan your retina. In conjunction with the WEF, they are mapping the population of the world. I'm not saying they're doing this in a clandestine way, but they're doing this without the consent of the population or of the governments. Several articles I've read today about Worldcoin all point to the fact that once you've had your retina scanned with the orb, you receive 25 Worldcoins. Currently, that would be worth somewhere in the region of $60 to $75. Is that bribery? What are they going to do with that information? What happens if that information is stolen? Why are we creating a centralized place to store people's retina scans? We are supposed to be moving towards a decentralized society when the World Economic Forum, Sam Altman, his business partner, and Worldcoin are trying to create a single point of failure where all of humanity's details are stored. What happens if a country adopts Worldcoin and forces it to become a compulsory part of your digital ID, of your holding a passport, what happens then? The issue with Worldcoin and the issue with CBDCs and the issue with the WEF is they are trying to create a single point of control over governments in their local regions. They're doing this through central bank digital currencies, which is a very posh word for programmable money. If you are overweight, your CBDCs will not allow you to buy fatty foods or takeaways. If they consider you to be an alcoholic, they have the ability to stop you from buying alcohol. If they don't want you to leave your town that you are living in, they will stop you from using your card outside of your city. These are not going to happen overnight in places like the UK or France or Germany. This is something that's going to slowly happen over time. But there will be countries where these things are enforced. It is already enforced in China. It is already enforced in certain other communist states. So Worldcoin is just another step towards this totalitarian control that they are looking for. Again, I'm trying not to be too much of a conspiracy theorist, but the World Economic Forum and Worldcoin are going to have 100, 500 million, 2 billion retina scans of people from around the world. Why do they want that information? In conclusion then, I wouldn't buy Worldcoin, I wouldn't recommend Worldcoin to anybody, I wouldn't recommend having your retina scanned. I would advise you to steer clear of anything to do with Sam Altman, the World Economic Forum or Worldcoin.